Decided to do something nice for you. I'm going to remake the build first. I'll show you a couple alterations. Whole thing will take less than 15-20 minutes. It's a shooting guard, about that tall. I actually think you'd really like it. That's the only reason I'm doing this. You could try a small Ford version. I encourage you to fucking mess around with it. No real choice in those things. So you end up being able to get some finishing badges. We'll come to that. So I don't think that's worth it. You do that. And we get 1 point for free back. So we get it there. Get our playmaking. This build's all about min-maxing our good stats while being competent defensively. If you can live with 7 defensive badges, you can drop the block almost entirely. Sorry, if you can live with, yeah, if you can live with 7. So we got 98. Let's see if we get anything right now. No. So let's drop this to where we have 6. That's not really the best value, is it? There's some good value. Alright, now I know we can get some now. Get to 6 there. Let's drop this, play around with this a little bit. There you go, get 7 that way. That's a version of the build right there. I don't particularly like that one. I'll show you the one I do like, because you don't end up getting driving layup 70, by the way. So I'll show you the version I do like. Take that, you got a max post hook. I think the right move here is actually this. To max your driving dunk. You could get to where you get like a 40 standing dunk. You have to fucking play around with it. Okay. Got that up. Driving layup's fine. You'll still lay the ball up open on the break, right? And this way you can actually dunk the ball a little bit with some animations. We're not going to do that. Can we get our another defensive badge? No. Let's take a look at this version. Let's say we do this. I don't think you'll ever need 28. That's the thing. And you could do this and have post moves too. Something like that. It's another version. Viable. Post moves being that isn't really that good on a fucking 2 guard. I think this is the sauce right here. And then you basically have 9 free points to play with, put wherever you want. I fucked up there, didn't I? We have 7 free points to put wherever you want. I'll just put him in standing dunk for now. He is 2 meters tall, and I'll show you why. Because you can get your driving layup and still have 70, but you're like 6'5". Alexa, how tall is 1.96 meters?
1.96 meters is about 6 feet 5 inches.
Yeah, if you're going 6'5", you might as well be a fucking point guard, so that's not the way, my friend. We do this, though, so we can still get 70 ball control. Check it out. I don't think we can get it here. No. So with this, he's big. He's fairly tall. Look at those shooting stats. You get sharp, man shot creator. Both have good potential. But again, you saw you can play around with it and drop some defensive badges and end up getting fucking 6, 7 finishing badges. So I think it's a pretty solid build. Remember, we got a fucking good hook shot. And here's the good part of the build, right? And keep in mind, Hot Zone Hunter is going to waste right now. The rest of these you just have. It's a lot of badges. He's not super slow with the ball either. You might bump that up more. He still can block. And you can do whatever here, really. He's a 2 guard, so he shouldn't really need pick dodger up, but, you know, he might need pick dodger up. We're just going to do this. Actually, this build would probably really benefit from like this. So let's try it. We'll do this. And over here, we're going to shave a couple out of this. Jump shot, that's personal preference. Keep in mind, my fucking animations are going to be fucked. I just want to be on the Nuggets because they have good spacing. This is basically Doug on his green red. It was a really good 2 guard to go against. I think that would be James Harden or Russell Westbrook. He's going to struggle against speedy boys. Like, he'll always struggle against speedy boys. So this is a really tough matchup for him. Thing about this build, if you don't care about your custom jump shot, you wouldn't really have to ever play a career game. Let's come against James Harden. Okay. James Harden doesn't have clamps. Keep that in mind. How big he is. James Harden's like 6'5". We are like 6'6" and 9/10. Like, we are a big boy. Mistimed. You know what? The Rockets are really boring to play because they're just going to run ISO ball. So let's try this again. Happy to guard James Harden, but that is where he'll struggle, is against really fast boys. So let's go Nuggets. So someone that gets up and down. That's tough. I don't know if Devin Booker has clamps either, so I probably would have blown by him. So that's a little. You won't quite be getting that when you play online. See, a 46 driving layup is still good enough to get it done. And the only reason, again, I'm keeping it 46 is because you can't get it to 70. It's literally the same difference. This build will excel at guarding people that aren't on ball. Like, you don't want to guard dribblers. But you can play passing lanes pretty clean. He can block everything. He can rebound. Boy, he can shoot. That's a good shot right there. 4% covered there. That's just me not going the timing, right? He can sneak in, grab a board, push the ball in transition, look for passes. He can do that. They don't pick him up, he can just rip. 95 3-ball, bro. This is his quote-unquote weak point. He's so big, he can still get away with it, right? I just see you playing this build well, but playing it well a different way. It would help you grow a skill set that you don't currently have the strongest of. You're a good shooter, but you're used to driving at the rim a lot, which is what I would do in my guard 99.9% of the time. Got a high steal rating. You could sacrifice that to get more offense. Not that this build would need more offense. And damn, they're playing ISO ball too. Play the game. Like, it's terrible. You can pull up from a mile out. You can pull it from here. Moving threes, no problem. Fadeaways, no problem. Any shot, really any shot, no problem. There is no bad shot if it's open, right? He can shoot it. He can shoot every single shot. And he can even shoot some of them contested. Off ball would probably be good on this guy. I don't think you like it, but Intimidate would be good on this guy if you want to go for more defensive badges. Okay. .95 fadeaway, remember. Look at our fucking shot meter. Right now our stats over 100. Our three ball is currently over 100. There you go. If you weren't sold, I bet you are now. We'll play the rest of this quarter and the rest of the next one. I'm assuming you'll watch what you want. I ain't your daddy. 3 in the key, by the way. He's so long, he can get them closeouts. 105 post fade right now, by the way. Or maybe 100 post fade. 105 three ball. You have to play defense a little bit differently on this character because he's slower. That is his weak point, make no mistake. You'll still have games where you can lock people up, but like that's a good example. Getting cheesed by the AI, but do 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 do, making a bill for Pander you. I think this is a good one, man. I really do. I think his weakness is his speed and his defense, but he don't have many other weaknesses. Speed's a big one. I'm not even cheesing the AI with screens right now, by the way. Like, doing that shit where you can go to the corner, call for a screen, like Jakku does. I'm not even doing that. We got another board. Okay. 77 post hook, by the way. Not that you need a 77 post hook, but the hook is good enough, you could hook it over bigger players. If you're against a guard, you don't need more than a 30. I've proven that, but you could actually hook it over bigs. I'll try and force one over there. But look how he's playing me. See if I can get a bigger on me. There he is. Yep, 3% covered. That's Dario Saric, I believe, is 6'9", 6'10". Thanks, Jokic. Here's where he'd really excel. You go down here, he call for this, you get a screen. Bang. Like, that's me mistiming it, but that's perfect. Closed out. Try to get my take over here and get some shots up. We're there. Too big, too strong. Watch this. If he goes under it, he's toast. Didn't go under it. Got the snatch back, though. That's a decent look. 14% covered. If I time it better, that's a bucket. Finish this quarter. The core components of this build are he's not a liability on defense. He's got 70 ball control and really good shooting. And you could play with everything, Panda. You could drop the post fade altogether, go with like 15 shooting badges. We'll take a look after this minute and a half. Yeah, we're not taking that. That's too easy. There we go. Drill ass over here. It's a good shot there, Paul Millsap. Well done. That's why I gave you the ball to do that, jackass. He can contest, get the board. Now we're going to call for a screen. We're going to wicka him. Look at that. That's such a good shot. Just mistimed it. All right, let's take a look at a couple alterations. This is just because I don't think you need a post fade on him necessarily to be successful. But I know you like post fades. So. Let's see our shooting badges when we do this. 17, which is good enough. So we get our what? Our free throw up to, 74 with 21 points left that way. You get another defensive badge. I don't like this version, but you might. Nah. This is trash. I think there's something to be said for this version. Eight finishing badges. Take a look at the stats. You're a shooter, you don't have a post fade. That's what you sacrifice. But instead of one finishing badge, you get eight. Instead of 8 defensive badges, you get 7. We might be able to. How much was it? Nah. So that's like, you could do this. I don't know if we get another one with 5. No. But you could do that. Bummer. Instead of 11 playmaking, 19 shooting. The point left over, we throw it into standing dunk. Let's see what happens when we do this. 8 finishing, not worth. So here's another version of the build anyway. And you make him about that tall every time. Could go that tall, but it's not worth. Make him about that tall. Let me check something real quick. See, we still get 8 now. Make him that tall. Get that for the ball handle. Your shooting's still out of this world. And you can be shot creator or whatever the fuck, it don't matter. Now let's look at the finishing badges. 8's quite a bit. 8 is quite a bit. You can literally do like that. He really doesn't need that. Contact. He's never going to contact. Could do something like that easy. While still having 18. Don't need that anymore. Right? Something like that. Whatever. Then you got these. And then 7. Probably take a hit for interceptor or pickpocket. Really, you don't have any blocking, so I just put 1 in chase down and ignore rim protector. Do something like that. Alright. Well, there you go. Did something nice for you. Again, like, this is just the bare bones, is what I'm trying to get across. This right here, like, here's what you need, in my opinion, to make this build work. You really don't even need that. You just need 6. I think offensive rebounding is good for you, though, how you play, So, like, you can get away with that, you know? You can get away with that and then spend these 150 points however the fuck you want. Alright, so, food for thought. I like my version the best, obviously. Which was this. That's my version. Alright. Enjoy, bud.